Hey, what's up and welcome back. It's time for more Dr. Stone. This is season 4, episode 4, the final of this 3-video run that I do on Fridays, where I have to do 3 videos in a row with Blue Box and then Ave Majika and then Dr. Stone. Whew, last week I delayed the episode by 1 day, and this week I didn't do that, even though I almost wish I could, because it's pretty exhausting doing these 3 videos back to back. But I actually have the movie Look Back, a reaction to that, coming out tomorrow, and so I wanted to make sure that that got its own day. So, you know, lucky for you, you get this content back on its original time slot. So yeah, we're doing Dr. Stone season 4, episode 4. Last time we made it to America. They have guns, of course. Makes perfect sense. And so we might be facing like a Senku level or like Senku adjacent type enemy this time. I'm excited to see how this plays out. The last episode was a lot of fun and was a good setup for what we might be facing. So let's see what happens. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. That's it, Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 4. Let's jump into it.
And they were able to find a way to revive on their own, too?
You realize I don't have a monopoly on science, right?
Exactly.
The whole world's...
Someone else went from a stone axe all the way to a freaking machine gun. And you're chalking it up to a simple interest in science?
Yeah.
Even you've got to admit how crazy that sounds, Senku.
I don't think so. There's so many people in the world.
Conjecture.
Their scientific progress seems to be just a hair further along.
Interesting.
Well, that's
Just a
true on
hair
the
further.
military front, at least.
Yeah, they probably focus more on that.
That's engine noise behind us.
Oh,
Followed?
shit.
And besides, we've been traveling pretty fast all night. There's no chance
It
they
can't
could have caught
be
up to us that quickly.
A submarine or a plane or...
It can't be. I hear it up there.
Uh-huh.
Crap, no way. It's coming.
Do they have planes? Holy shit! That's fucking crazy. Are they gonna do the classic as they go by? Wow. Wow. But if we team up with these guys, they gotta have some materials that'll help us get to the moon. Dr. X. Ooh.
Senku. Hey, Senku.
He's
Senku!
stunned.
What now? Should we wait?
Even he
below or
didn't
something?
expect
Pretty sure now's about
planes.
the time.
Befriend someone who opened fire the moment they saw us?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're flying low because they intend to attack us.
Yep.
Huddle! Full speed ahead!
This is fucking crazy. Can you outrun a plane in a boat? Oh, jeez. Reminds me of Corazon from One Piece. I guess just the sort of lips. Yep, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Owie! Man down!
Oh.
It's just calm down. He said it's not serious. And you're not the one who's injured. Have some dignity.
Oh god. Senku, come up with a plan, quick. We need your fast thinking. Flying directly from the sun. Oh, oh. Oh, this music!
Always be prepared, kids.
What's that fuck?
Kiritame!
What is it? Smoke bomb? What?
We're counting on that throwing arm.
Throw it at the plane?
That'll be enough!
I love her being here. Immediately making her useful. Hell yeah. She's used to throwing things on the rope. Oh! Yeah, it is basically a smoke bomb. Whoa, it's fucking with the engine though. Holy shit.
They got my engine knocking with just one little shot.
Damn.
Impressive.
This is pretty fucking hype. Aww, Kurosame.
Do I even
partially
wanna know?
underwater.
But can stall an engine at just 1% concentration.
Cool.
Yes.
So it's one of those pyro whatever weapons. I feel like I learned about those.
Pyrophoric.
Pyrophoric weapon.
It slipped my mind.
Calcium carbide. Calcium carbide can be made by cooking
Okay.
cold and sea.
So they
I don't
definitely
need
know
all
what
the
they're
details.
what they're doing.
That'll suffice.
Damn, look at you.
Their very own genius scientist.
What a
Someone
cool
who's just
character
like
design.
you.
They're sick. I love them.
What if those
But maybe
creeps
hate him.
come
We'll
back
see.
with reinforcements, huh?
Too bad. He's looking forward to squeezing some information out of him.
Meaning, that drop's all ours.
So that's what you were after.
We can seal it. Hell yeah. Damage airplane acquired.
Gladly accept this in the name of goodness.
You could probably fix it up.
All over Senku's face when he first saw that plane. His eyes were glittering.
Yeah.
And I could hear his heart screaming.
It wasn't just
exhilarating
fear,
and
it was
excited.
love.
Guilty as charged.
I love Aaron Dismuke's Senku. It is Aaron Dismuke, right? Yeah, I think so.
Like theirs. Grabbing that would save us years of planting and growing.
True.
Don't forget.
Yeah, fine. We're already aware of that part. Who's going?
Oh, great. Makes sense.
Kohaku strong with great sight. Trio.
And our ace
You
team
just
spawned
avoided getting
a
attacked.
baby enemy.
Can be no doubt, Chrome. Rest assured. Looky here.
That's the
Yeah,
enemy's
this is why you're here
footprints.
again.
You don't need a mentalist. This pursuit is too easy. You can get by
I mean,
without
yes.
little old me.
It almost could be a trap. Because it's so, the
Hold
footprints
on.
are so
Something
clear.
isn't right here. They're trying to lure us in.
Yeah. Oh.
What an asshole move. Do you really want to play this game with a mentalist of my caliber?
Yes, Gen. Get into
Poker
it.
game was actually legit. I'd be lying if I said it didn't bum me out. That one stung. Just a little.
He wants payback.
I can't pass up this chance to redeem my reputation.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll leave a nice trail of flowers behind me just for you.
I like when Gen
Okay.
gets confident in his own abilities and he's not panicking. Alright, the trail of flowers.
Hello, new friends! I'm just wondering, is anyone there?
Oh shit. Hello. The fucking masks are crazy.
Who are you? Where did you come from? I didn't sense your presence at all! Yikes!
Even so, you're armed with your fair share of tricks. Who are you?
Man, I love their vibe.
A magician.
Something like that, yeah.
Seems only your fingers are adequately developed. At the very least, it's clear
'cause
you're
of sleight of
not a
hand.
warrior. Bet you have some yourself. Come along, meet my leader.
So
the
they
doctor.
specifically wanted the doctor. They specifically wanted to take out the combat people, the dangerous people. But Gen isn't a threat by the looks of it. He's still dropping the flower petals. Be kind of dangerous if Chrome and Kohaku were walking in this without knowing what was
We've
going on.
arrived.
Ooh. Whoa. Gorgeous.
So this is the enemy base.
There's all the corn we need. Hey, can we borrow all of this
Much yellow
corn?
gold. Cows? Holy mother milk, they're even dairy farming. But he'd never show me their fleet, would he?
Wow. That's crazy.
It's you.
Yeah, they are more advanced than us.
Is this a
This is wild.
factory?
Yo, Xeno. Knew you'd be here.
Xeno?
I have good news to announce the new world has its first guest.
Dr. X, sorry, Xeno?
I'm getting serious Senku vibes.
Oh,
No, actually, this guy's an adult.
Senku vibes.
Ray! What are you doing to my tootsies? What is that stuff?
What's this?
It-
Whoa.
I suppose it's time for introductions.
Yes, please.
Perhaps I should. That's Stanley Snyder.
Stanley
former
Snyder.
Soldier. And I am Dr. Zeno. Now,
Yep,
tell me
Dr.
who
Zeno.
you are.
Breath rate,
Oh my god.
respiration, EKG reading.
Jeez. It's a lie detector? Yeah.
He rigged up some kind of lie detector.
That's crazy. But you're a
So
professional
you want
liar.
to play the lying game against a mentalist.
I was gonna say, surely if anyone, Gen can fool a polygraph. They're not super effective.
He's astoundingly unflinching. He speaks so. We'll see. I'd say he's either honest to a fault,
Or a
we've
master
still won
liar.
the world's most convincing liar.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
The entire revival fluid factory, that big-ass cornfield, and everything else, too.
Tell me your scientist leader's name.
Well,
Shit.
looks like we're officially Oods, Gray.
He doesn't seem confident in himself anymore.
Let's... Taiju.
Yep.
Dr.
That makes
Taiju.
sense.
Accelerating! Get excited!
Oh, that was a great episode. Okay, that was a good episode. Before I get into the discussion though, I need to rewatch something. Hold on. Okay, so I had a major misunderstanding in this episode where there was a point where Gen walked in and saw Xeno from the back. Now, it was Gen's voice actor doing a very serious voice, and I'm used to Gen, giving either like really, really evil type voices or really silly. So I'm not used to him giving like just a very serious voice. So I thought that voice was Xeno's voice actor. So I thought that that the guy was looking at the potion or whatever and going like, I'm getting Senku vibes. And I was like, what the fuck? How does this guy know Senku? That wasn't what was happening. It was Gen looking at him and saying, I'm getting serious Senku vibes, because this guy is, very much like Senku. And then he said no, but he's an adult, so he's a professional version. So like this guy's legitimately a doctor. Like he's actually, like Senku was still a high schooler. Senku hadn't gone into the career path yet. He did everything Senku knows is just purely from his own passion. But this guy made a career out of it. So so very interesting and exciting. I'm excited to see this because this is a good introduction to the character. Dr. Xeno, he seems like terrifying and a badass, and I'm sure it'll be like a really fun battle of wits, because I mean, like, honestly, it feels like this might give us like Death Note vibes, this upcoming arc. Like we've already kind of had like little bits of that, but we've had that with like, so we had it with Tsukasa, right? Where it's like Tsukasa versus Senku, and it's like Tsukasa is just very smart, but he's not like science smart. He just knows, like he would know basically how Senku would work, and like what he had like really, really good common sense, and could sort of figure out like how Senku would do things, and then he had the power to back it up, the power to make up for it. Then we come across the dude on the island in the last season, season 3, and I forgot his name, but he had he was incredibly good at scheming. Like he had the like really underhanded schemes, but he didn't have the knowledge to make up for it. Like he didn't have the other world knowledge, and by other world I mean the old world, the scientific knowledge. But he was like incredibly crafty. So he had that, but it wasn't, it wasn't the same thing. Who we're facing now seems like this is purely just like Senku. And so it's going to be like science knowledge versus science knowledge. And that makes me feel like it's going to be more Death Note-like. Because Death Note, it's obviously like they're both playing, chess. And they're both like trying to outmaneuver each other with these moves and tricking each other and stuff. I really like that idea. And I am very excited for this season now. It's strange. Like, I feel like every season of Dr. Stone, that's when it's about to come out, I'm always like, this is awesome. I can't wait for more Dr. Stone. But also, like, are we going to continue to get what's good about Dr. Stone, or is that magic going to be lost yet? You know, is it going to start to turn into something like that doesn't feel like the thing that makes me really excited about Dr. Stone? But no, every season so far has managed to get that. I would say the only kind of exception was this, for me at least, the start of the island arc, like the start of season 3. It's definitely not that it was bad, and on a rewatch it was way better, but at the start I wasn't like fully sold on it. I was like, I kind of struggled with it. But at the same time, I also, I mean, I talked about this before, but I also think I struggled with it when Senku first left Yuzuriha and Taiju, because then he was like in a new village and stuff, and I was like, okay, well now it feels like kind of a different show. But then I adjusted to that and found what was special about that, and then once again I adjusted with the island and found what was special about that. But now I know what to expect, and for this one, like, I don't need any adjustment. This is fucking badass. This is really cool. So yeah, this was a good episode. I like both Dr. Xeno and Stanley Schneider, first of all. Stanley's got like a really dope design. With the name Stanley, I'm imagining Stanley's still a he, so I'm gonna for now use he, him pronouns. But if I get that mixed up, because I mean, the only reason I'm saying that is because he has like, he's got like the purple lipstick and stuff, and it could be like construed as like kind of an androgynous design. He's also got kind of pretty eyes, so it could be taken either way. And so, you know, who knows? But at this point, like, they've introduced him as Stanley, which is like I don't think I've ever heard it be used as a feminine name. So so for now I'll use he, him, but I apologize if actually it's she, her, or they, them, because like that wouldn't shock me in this show, because one, it's a show about science, and as much as conservatives would like you to believe otherwise, like gender identity is a huge part of, not a huge part of science, but it's, you know, it's ingrained within science. So someone who is a professional scientist like Senku, and someone who would like know a lot about science, like the writer of this manga, like I feel like gender identity and the sort of spectrum that it can be, that definitely would be represented more in a series like this. So I don't want to assume any genders in this. And then the other reason is because we already have a little bit of that, in that they already used they, them pronouns for Francois. Now I think like the main reason that they've given for that is because Francois doesn't even like neither Francois or I can't remember his name right now, but the haha guy, the clicking guy, neither of them care about Francois' gender, and so it's like, it's so not, because Francois is so professional that they don't make their personality or anything about them part of their work. So so that's the main reason to use gender neutral pronouns for them. But I also just like the idea that, you know, they do not conform to a gender at all. There's no gender binary there at all, and that's why we use they, them pronouns. So in a similar way, don't know with this character, but for now, he, him, unless I am otherwise told in the series that that's not the case. But yeah, I liked both of their characters so far. Very cool. I like their cracks, you know, the creepy little cracks they have across their face. I also enjoyed that Gen has some confidence in this episode because he's in his wheelhouse. It's very nice, because I mean, I don't mind Gen being like the classic panicking about everything and stuff. Like, he's the classic straight man. I don't mind that, but I also am glad that they don't have that be his entire character. And when we get into mentalist stuff, there's no one better, and he will like really go into it. And it's so great that he like gets a polygraph test for him, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna ace this. Like, I can tell them whatever I want, and it's like his lies will be extra backed up because they'll see that the polygraph is going, yep, it's all good, because polygraph tests aren't great. There's a reason you can't use them as like evidence in court. You can't just say, you know, you can't just go, oh, let's find out who killed this person by going, here's a polygraph test. Did you kill them? No. Lie? Okay, well, you're going to jail, you know? It's not that simple because they're not very reliable at all. But they can give you, I imagine, an okay idea for the most basic of things. And that's, I imagine, what they're trying to use it here. I think Xeno, I mean, it seems like Xeno's like a genius on the level of Senku. He definitely knows that the polygraph test isn't completely accurate. And he said, like, he's either a really honest guy or a great liar. And so, yeah, he knows that it's a possibility that he's talking to just an expert liar, which he is. I loved the scene where Senku throws the thing at the plane. That's so badass, and I love that they gave Kirasame a cool thing to do, especially since she's so new to the squad. We want to see her do more badass stuff, you know? I feel like this is a good chance to get her to do stuff. They've been getting Matsukaze to do stuff. There's so many names in this show. But yeah, they've been getting Matsukaze to do stuff. They've been getting the guy with the spear that does the whirly spear and covers his face. I keep forgetting people's names, but they've been getting him to do, or at least say some stuff lately. You know, he's had more lines lately, I feel like. So I think this is a good opportunity for the author to go, okay, these characters that we still haven't used much, let's start utilizing them now. But yeah. Also, they were talking at the start about, like, what are the chances that there's, like, another person who's also revived humanity to this point? For me, I think chances are pretty high. I mean, the chance of that also happening in Japan, probably low, but we're in America now. And, like, I think well, I'm not going to say pretty high, but I wouldn't put it that low, you know? I don't think it would be, like, lower than a 20% chance. Because, first of all, if one person can do something, I think there's 8 billion people in the world. I think there's a pretty good chance that 2 people can do it, you know? And, like, given enough, and it's been thousands of years, hasn't it? So, like, if it's been thousands of years, in that time, there's got to have been some stuff that just happens, you know? Given enough time, a lot of things end up happening. So, you know, I think it makes sense that, like, yeah, Senku, a master scientist, woke up because he was counting or whatever, right? Which is fucking crazy. But that's, you know, the anime world that we live in is the scientist is that smart that he thinks that far ahead, right? And it's fine that this show, like, exaggerates what's good about the person. I think that's a good decision that they made. Like, Senku isn't just a great scientist. He, like, knows about every field of science because it's more entertaining that way. And he knows, like, basically everything that he needs to know at any given time. And then, you know, people like Tsukasa aren't just strong, they can pick up a tree trunk and throw it and get it stuck in a wall or whatever. So it's like these characters can do fucking crazy shit based on their abilities. But so if that's possible, if it's possible for Senku to do that, I think it's absolutely possible that another scientist in the world had some other way that they got out. Maybe there's some way you can not be petrified that the scientists had ready, you know? Like, maybe the scientists somehow knew, like, maybe Xeno somehow knew about the petrification ahead of time, or had studied, you know, the swallows or whatever. I forget, I don't remember if it was swallows exactly, but the birds that were petrified, maybe Dr. Xeno, like, analyzed those birds and was like, someone petrified these. This isn't just a statue or whatever. Someone did this. And then found out how they did it and were like, oh shit, I think I know an idea of how they did it, and I think I know if they tried to do it again, how we'd stop it. And then he, like, made himself not be petrified or something. But then it's thousands of years later. I guess that can't be the case. But maybe he, like, set up a thing that would, like, unpetrify him after a certain amount of time, and maybe it didn't unpetrify him for a long time. But then what are the odds that it does that at a time that's comparable enough to Senku waking up. I guess that's unlikely. I don't know. I have no idea. But there's a lot of ways that it could happen, is all I'm saying. And I think given enough time and given enough people in the world, I think it's up there. You know, it's an alright chance that it would happen. And it has. So that's all that matters, you know. If it has happened, it doesn't matter what the chances were. That is Dr. Stone Season 4, Episode 4. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.